Good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, y'all. This is the WOW Podcast, WOWW, Wendy's on Wellness Wednesday. Woo, easy for me to say. I almost got that. I am Dr. Wendy Sue Massey. I am an integrative medicine practitioner, holistic nutrition specialist, author, wife, mom, Gigi, lover of Jesus, lover of all things natural. And this is my amazing bestie, Wendy Flournoy.
Hey guys, Wendy Flournoy, certified hypnotherapist, herbalist, forager, educator, student, wife, mom, Gigi, owner of the Restoration Garden, lover of all things non-toxic and God-given.
Amen, sister. So our lives are total chaos right now, are they not? I know we say that a lot, but my word, what a week.
What a week we've had. Just a lot going on.
Yes. What a week we've had. What a week we have coming up.
Yes.
Our next week, which I know we'll talk about this at the end, but our next week, we're going to be together in Ohio.
Yes.
Should be a fun episode next week. However, it will not be in the morning because we will all be on the road. So it will likely be in the evening. But
evening edition.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So what have you had going on this last week?
I have been prepping beds. I got all my greens in. I did find some sorrel.
Nice.
But it's called ruby sorrel, so it's the red. So I got that planted. I'm so excited about it.
Hey.
After learning all that from you. Mm-hmm. And I got the greens in and just constantly working on making progress because I didn't make as much progress through the fall and winter as I had hoped.
Yeah.
I'm getting off my butt and getting stuff done on consistently now.
There you go. Amazing. We're talking about consistency today. So
I know, right? It makes a difference. You know, it's for so long I had the mindset of all or nothing.
Yes.
You know, and it's like I am finally coming out of that slowly but surely. Because little things consistently make a huge difference.
Yes, absolutely. They sure do.
Yeah.
Well, we went ahead and ordered some good quality garden soil because we needed to get some of our beds topped off. We had done the mushroom soil last year and a lot of it had compacted. And so we needed some more. And we both agreed while the mushroom soil is amazing, it makes a great
base.
A great base, but not necessarily what all the seeds are in.
Right.
So we got that all done. Bill borrowed next door neighbor's tractor. You know, I sent you a picture. You know, Farmer Bill was in his element. He was loving it. And so we got all that done, got our potatoes and our onions planted.
Nice.
It's
I have my onion sets sitting. That's one of the beds that I'm working on prepping this week.
Cool. Very good. I'm hoping to just get before we leave next week. I want to do my chickpeas, carrots. I'm actually going to do them together because I'm not taking up a bed for carrots because I have zero luck with them, but I have carrot seeds. And so I don't want to, because I bought some last year, I don't want them to go to waste. So I was looking into what are really good companion plants for them, and chickpeas was one of them.
Okay, nice.
So I'm going to mix the seeds together, even though they're very different, but hopefully they'll
help each other,
balance each other out.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do a bed with chickpeas and carrots and then do some more herbs before we leave. But other than that, I'm pretty much done until late April.
I do want to it's still, I got a couple more nights of really cold here. So I was hoping that would stop because tomorrow would be the perfect day for me to be able to do some of this.
Yeah.
I don't, my schedule is not jam-packed tomorrow, but I want to move my strawberries into my asparagus bed.
Oh yeah.
Because I've heard that, you know, they do very well together.
Yeah.
So I want to get that done because I feel like I want to grow more greeny things in my garden stalks, towers. So I'm like, I want to do that because I feel like my strawberries will do better and I can take care of the runners more easily in a big bed than I can in the garden stalk, you know?
Yeah.
Look, just hope for some good weather because I'm going to be gone next week. And
I know. It's definitely a busy season for us, and I just want to be out in the dirt and not doing all the other craziness, but it's okay. All the other craziness.
I think that's what's motivated me to be a little more consistent. It's just because when I get out there, it's so good for me.
Oh, yeah.
So, it helps me tremendously. So it's like, you know what, even if it's 20 minutes.
Yes.
But then what happens is I get out there and I don't want to come in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I also have been really busy with Azure Standard. Got approved as a drop coordinator up here in Gettysburg. I'm so grateful. So
that's so exciting because that is going to be such a great resource for your local people.
Yeah.
It has really changed the way I shop.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get your advice on some things that are good to get there, because a couple of things that I was hoping I would see, I didn't. Doesn't mean there's probably very good brands to get, but like my coconut yogurt, my coconut milk, the things I have to drive far to get, I was kind of hoping to be able to find them, and I was having trouble finding. They definitely didn't have the brands I'm used to, but that doesn't mean that they don't have, something that's equally good. So I might have to get your advice on some things that are must-haves from Azure.
Right. And, I think I see you being a lot like the lady that runs My Drop. She knows all the local farmers. She brings them for bulk buying and extra stuff that they have. They'll come to the drop and to sell it. Yeah. She allows any of the homesteads and anybody that makes things homemade, she allows them to set up tables at the drop and sell their products to us others. I think that's amazing, because then it's like you're building community and you're getting, everybody's got the same mindset of what clean is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I've had several people from Gettysburg ask me, where does Azure get their meat and their produce? And I said, well, they're picky. They've got good sources, but my goal is
labels. I'll say still look at the ingredients and the labels, because some things that we don't agree with, they still allow in some of their things. Yeah. But it's not like some of the other places. It's a lot. You can find totally organic, clean things on there for sure.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm very excited. And this is a new feature, y'all. If you see the old QR code up here, I'm actually going to put up, I wanted to wait for a second. This is our website. When Wendy's website is not broken.
Have an appointment tomorrow. Y'all pray we get it fixed, because I'm the one that screwed it up.
So we'll be able to throw Wendy's up here. But today we will just, the nice thing is I can add as many QR codes as I want, as we want, not at a time, just one at a time. But we'll have our sponsors and the people that we are affiliated with, we'll throw them up there periodically, because we are horrible about this. Yes. Wendy and I, we keep forgetting to bring these things up. So I'm going to throw this up here right now, because this doesn't require a code on your part. But if you are interested in the Function Health Labs that we talk about all the time, click on that QR code right there. Use that QR code. That'll get you $25 when you use my link off of your subscription. That's normally $365 and well worth it. That is for a full year, 2 panels checking well over 160 markers in a year's time, and it can't be beat. So nice. I hope that will be a good resource for you all. Girl, we're talking about mullein today.
Mullein.
And then I've got a little something to share towards the end.
All right. So today's herb is mullein.
Love mullein.
This one she's like the quiet protector, soft, steady, and deeply comforting. All right. Mm-hmm. So, and she is a biannual plant. Mm-hmm. So the first year she will look like this, kind of like rosette looking, soft fuzzy leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, almost like lamb's ear kind of.
I always think of lamb's ear when I see it.
Yeah, because this is her second year.
Mm-hmm.
She will get big and tall, and she has that stalk on it
Mm-hmm.
that has these beautiful yellow flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The flowers, you want to harvest them. You want to harvest the leaves. You can I went out, I have 2 of them spontaneously growing in my yard
Uh-huh.
because I planted one 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They will randomly pop up in my yard somewhere,
Yes.
and I just let them go. So I went out and picked leaves. So they're soft and fuzzy. They got really thick stalks in them.
They take a while to dry.
Yes, they do. When I dry them, I will cut down the stem line and get that thickness out of there. They dry a lot faster if you do it like that, because the middle stem is just so thick that if you cut the leaf part off, the veins that go out of the leaf, the stem, they're not that bad. They'll dry quickly.
Okay. That's good to know, because I know when I put them in, I mean, I just have one of those cheap dehydrators that cost me, $20 20 years ago.
Okay. My $5 yard sale dehydrator that has no temperature on it is one of the best.
Yeah, same. I love it. But it did take a week for me to, probably 5-6 days at least for me to fully dehydrate our mullein leaves. And that was, just because it's got so much thickness to it.
Try it again, Wendy, because I'm telling you, you can peel it right off of the stem.
That is so good to know. I never even thought about that.
That stem is so thick. That's what actually takes so long to get it to dry out. So just take it off of the stem and it'll go much, much faster.
Perfect. Now, tell us what all mullein is for.
Okay, so mullein is one of the most trusted lung herbs.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're feeling dry, irritated, tight, if you have a lingering cough that just won't stop, scratchy throat, or feeling like you can't take that full deep breath, that's when you want to use mullein. Okay. But she's powerful, but she's gentle.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't force things on the body. She doesn't rush the process. It does take time, but it's like consistent soothing. Okay. And that consistent, that consistency that she gives you is what will help things heal. She's a demulcent, which simply means she coats and calms inflamed tissues. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's also an expectorant, which helps the body move mucus up and out gently in gentle support. But what I love about mullein the most is how she will just show up after illness. When the worst is past, but your lungs still feel weak, like if you're recovering from an issue or from a sickness or something, that's where mullein really shines. Okay, that's when the most powerful medicine, she helps to rebuild. Okay.
That's actually interesting that you said that, because that makes sense why I used that on Bill, especially during his cancer when he had quit smoking. And you know how it is when you first quit smoking and you're, just coughing up.
Everything's trying to come out.
Yep. And it really helped him. It really did. I would do some mullein teas. I did I had him breathe it in, like I would do on the stovetop with the boiling water and have him breathe it in. As much as he could tolerate. He's not a big tea drinker, and when he had cancer, he only wanted to do but so much. But I'm convinced it really helped him get through that period.
Absolutely. Even if it did nothing but help him breathe a little bit better, that when you're getting more oxygen to your body, you're helping everything.
Of course.
The most common way to use her is a tea. You can steep her by herself. She's not really earthy. She's just kind of bland, I think, by herself. I like to pair with marshmallow root or thyme because if you're using it for a medicinal thing, and always talk to your primary care physician because I'm not a doctor, YouTube, and I'm not giving medical advice.
Now, that is a prime example of one like we talk about a lot. You might be fine with earthy teas or with just, teas that don't have a lot of flavor, and that's great. But Wendy and we're flavor people, so there's nothing like that.
I want to drink a tea for the enjoyment of drinking a tea, not necessarily for medicine all the time.
Exactly.
I try to make my medicinal teas enjoyable.
Yes. And you do such a beautiful job of that. I mean, like right now, my go-to teas, it's always whatever Wendy's making. I'm telling y'all, she makes the best blends. And every time I think I've got my favorite, she comes up with something new.
I know. I can't wait for you to try this one next week.
I know. I'm so excited. But right now, my go-tos are your Rise and Shine in the mornings or your Orange Spice Tulsi in the mornings. Yes. And then at night is the Floral Serenity. All amazing. But anyway, totally off topic, but still y'all pair up. You never have to worry about it. Go for the flavor because you want to be able to enjoy. That's one of the beautiful things about teas for medicine is I can't think of anything. Can you, that you would pair it with that has flavor that would be a negative counteraction. I mean, like pairing peppermint or ginger with anything. It's or not
lemon balm. Lemon balm is a good one to pair with anything. Peppermint's a good one to pair with anything. Ginger is a good one to pair with anything.
Yeah.
Just for flavor purposes.
Yeah.
I like for the mullein for lung support and scratchy throat support and things. I like to pair her with the marshmallow root and a little thyme just to give it the antimicrobial support,
and the thyme will give it a good flavor.
But I will tell you this, when you're working with fresh mullein like this and in a tea form, you want to make sure that you strain that tea because the fuzzy little hairs, if you have them in your tea, they're going to irritate your throat, not help it.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
So then that would be counterproductive.
Yeah.
So always strain that tea well or dry them and rub those things off after it's dry.
Nice.
Just like stinging nettle, stinging nettle's the same way. So let's see. Cheesecloth works. A very fine strainer will work to get them out. Now the blooms, when it blooms on the stalk in the second year, you want to go out there and as they bloom, you want to pick them. Okay. And these are
in the morning, right?
Yes. As soon as they open in the morning, because they have the most medicinal oil in them as soon as they open in the morning. Mm-hmm. These collected and dried you can use them in oil infusion. Okay. The oil infusion is great for ear issues on people and on animals.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably, unless I'm going to say it's good for all ear things, unless you have ruptured drums. I can't use mullein oil because I have a history of ruptured eardrums. Mm-hmm. You don't want to use any liquid most of the time when you know that you have ruptured drums.
Yeah.
It's not going to, it's going to make things worse. Mm-hmm. So that's the caution with that. It will soothe mild irritation and inflammation in the ears.
Good to know.
Yes. Let's see. You will see, if you start paying attention, you will see mullein growing on the side of interstates, on the side of highways. She doesn't care about the soil.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when Wendy taught me about mullein about 6 years ago, maybe 7.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I see it everywhere. Like I can't unsee it. It is everywhere. And I swore I'd never seen it before. Yep. But man, you just can't help but miss these huge, tall towers of leaves. Especially, the second year ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
The second year ones you can't miss them. The stalks and the yellow flowers, they stand out tremendously. But mullein doesn't. It's not picky about what kind of soil it's in. You can walk all over it, and she's still going to grow, and she's still going to live. So you can have dogs running on it or animals running on it, and she's still going to come up and she's still going to grow. That's how resilient she is.
Yeah, we've got one in our driveway that's persistent as can be. I mean, it's like you would think something in the driveway isn't going to survive. It's been cut, everything, and it just keeps on coming.
And the amazing thing about her is wherever she is, she doesn't care if she's disturbed, but she's also restoring the earth that she's in.
Interesting.
Yes. She prepares the land for what's next.
Okay.
That's how I like to put it. So there's something really beautiful in that.
I agree.
Because I mean, that's kind of what our bodies do too. She kind of does the same thing for our bodies. So, because after illness or a long period of depletion or a long period of stress, our bodies, they don't need anything harsh and aggressive. They need that gentle, consistent support, right? So she's great for that. I see Janet Miller's asking, are the first year leaves just as medicinal as the second year leaves? Yes, Janet. The leaves don't matter. When you pick the first year leaves, though, don't pick them all from around the middle. Pick them from the outside. All right, let's go back to this picture. Pick them from the outside. That way, that the middle, the rosette, has a chance to survive for the second year stalk. Just go out and you'll notice if it's kind of like cilantro and stuff. You'll pick it, and then you'll go out there a few days later and you've got several more layers that you can pick from. So, but then the second year it will look like this. And yes, now on the second year, when you pick the leaves off of the second year, you want them as they come in. You don't want the great big ones. They'll be a little more bitter because they're in their second year. So on the second year, you want to get them when they're smaller and just coming in. Hope that answers your question. But yes, you'll get the same medicine out of both years for sure. Let's see. So when you're working with mullein and you want to use mullein, it's also been used to, some people will burn it. Okay, so you can dry it, you can burn it like an incense kind of thing and inhale the smoke. Seems kind of counterintuitive that smoke would help clear your lungs, but this is a different kind of smoke. Okay. I love the idea of Wendy said she did for Bill of boiling it in a pot and using the steam because that's kind of the same. Yeah. You know? Let's see. I think that's all that I have. It is a little bitter. It's moistening for the lungs. That's why the bitterness is why I would pair it with something else. I think I went over all of that. Yep. I'm just checking my notes to make sure I didn't miss something. Oh, it's a great support for the lymphatic system too. Okay, because it's
good to know.
Because it gets things moving in a gentle way. Yeah. Detoxing those pathways. I was going
to say that's great for detox and healing.
Yes.
Good to know.
Now, of course, the leaves are what's used the most, and of course, the flowers for the oil. Okay. The root can be used too. It's less known. It's more of a folk herbalism for using the root. But the root has been used for spine and joint support. However, there's special precautions that you have to take. So don't just go digging up the root and using it. Yeah. If you want more information on that, contact me.
Yes. I do want to mention too, we've talked about this before with a lot of the herbs that you teach us about, but because this one grows so readily available along the roadsides, be really cautious about where you're getting your herbs from.
Always.
You don't want to just pull over on the side of the highway and get what's there because of all of the chemicals that are sprayed, all of the exhaust, all of the things that are happening on roadsides. So while you will see them everywhere, don't make that your source for your mullein. You'll find them in other places.
That's right.
Chances are you have it in your yard somewhere, but if you don't, please don't go and just, say, oh, look, there's some on the side of this, random.
Never, ever forage from the side of a busy road.
Or
whether it's a neighborhood, an interstate, a highway, it doesn't matter.
Or railroad tracks.
Right, exactly. Never do that. Yeah. If you find it there, you will find it elsewhere.
Absolutely. It's just very, very obvious when you're driving down the highway. Yeah. I mean, if you take a long road trip this summer, you're going to look around, you're going to see it everywhere, but that's not the ones you want. You want to avoid anything of any kind, not just mullein, anything on the side of the road.
Great point. Great point. And it's cool to see it when you're traveling like that anywhere too, because it starts making you recognize.
Yes.
Right. Because the more you see something, the more you're going to get familiar with it.
Yeah.
So when you are hiking through the woods and there is a great place and you find one, you're like, oh, jackpot.
Yeah. And you actually, I always hear your voice when you talk about your journey into herbalism, because you started with one thing a year or two things a year. And when you do that, and I've really tried to do that, like Wendy, she's well advanced of me, but I will start to fixate on one or two and then start looking for it everywhere. Yes. And it'll blow your mind how things that you never thought you would ever come across, all of a sudden you've got it everywhere. And so, just learn one or two at a time and then start to just explore. And
I say whatever you feel drawn to first.
Yeah.
Just get to know that plant inside out, up and down, all the way around.
Yep.
You know what it feels like, know what it smells like, know what it tastes like in a tea. It's the way that you become friends.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
They'll teach you. So along with using it as a tea and an oil, you can also use it as a tincture for stronger respiratory support, for those chronic coughs that don't go away kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's great for that. It's generally very safe. It's very rare that someone has an allergic reaction to it, but it has happened. So small doses when you're trying something new for the first time, always, just to make sure that you're not going to be one of those people that has a reaction.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate, straining it to get those little hairs off, because they will irritate the throat instead of helping. Whenever that. Now, if you are going to be adventurous and harvest the root, okay, you want to do that in the first year only.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which, just because things change in the second year is the best way I can explain it. So if you want more information, detailed information on that, just get with me, because we can talk about mullein for hours.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Now, a very cool thing about the stalk from the second year. Now you can cut the stalk from the second year and let it dry out, and it can be used as like a tiki torch. It will burn for a long time.
That's so cool.
I think so too. I haven't tried it yet, but I keep seeing it and I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
I love it. Do you just leave it where it's planted, or do you cut it?
You cut it.
Okay.
Yeah. Or pull it up. Because it's not gonna. If it's in its second year, it's not gonna come back again. So so I'm like, yeah.
That's
so
great.
The folk stories about it is it lights the way through the darkness.
Love it.
for literally when you're in the woods and for your lung healing.
That's awesome.
I was like, that's cute.
That is.
Now, if you are fortunate enough to have mullein growing near you or around you, you don't have to worry if it's in its second season, because the seeds will get out there. Like I have 2 out there now. Okay. I didn't plant them.
Right.
But because I've had one in the area before, I have them. So you don't have to, it'll self-seed somewhere.
Yeah.
Next time. It attracts great pollinators. It's beautiful when it's just by itself. It's just gorgeous. It pairs the best, in my opinion, with lavender, echinacea, yarrow.
Are you talking about when you grow it, or are you talking about, okay, so you're talking about when you're growing it. Got it.
Because all of those things are taller plants that grow vertically. So when you put them around each other, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That's neat.
Cottage garden kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? And that is all I have on mullein. So y'all be looking for that 2-year mullein out there. Get yourself familiar with it. I know y'all have seen it before. And your 1-year mullein, if you see it, harvest those outer leaves every other one or something, and then go back a few days later. You'll see more. Grab you some more. If it's taking forever to dry, peel it off of that stem and save you some mullein.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we've got this cool new QR code up. So if you guys are interested in the Function Health Labs that we talk about all the time in this show, this QR code will give you $25 off your new subscription, normally $365 for the year. Well worth that. I've often shared that early in my business journey, I was trying to find labs that my clients could use, and I could never find even single panels that were as comprehensive as I would want for under $900. Now, this is 2 panels in your year for $365. It's amazing. Unbelievable. Yeah. And again, you'll save $25 if you use that code. So definitely check them out.
Absolutely.
So today, and just to let you know, Wendy, my 12 o'clock canceled. So no rush.
So we got more time.
We were going to be rush because I had a 12 o'clock meeting and she just canceled. So
that's great, because I love your topic, and it can be applied to everything in life.
Absolutely. I shared this with our community yesterday, which is about comparison and about consistency. Both are very important to be aware of, one to stick to, one to avoid. And so we're going to cover both today. One of the fastest ways to derail your progress is comparison.
Oh, absolutely.
Social media, befores and after pictures, even well-meaning friends, you start questioning, why isn't my body doing that? Yeah. And I trust and believe, as a lifelong yo-yo dieter, before I figured out what my body actually needed, that was my world was, okay, I want to look like that, celebrity, or I want to look like that person, or man, she just had her 5th baby and she looks amazing. I want to look like that. You got to stop doing it, because we are all created differently. We have different genetics, different hormones. We're in different life seasons. You don't necessarily know, when you look at somebody, about their stress level, their sleep, their, are they moms? Are they not moms? Are they grandmas? Are they dealing with, the extreme stress of a prodigal child? I can tell you, I lived that. It'll totally change your body mechanics when you are dealing with high stress seasons. Yes. Everybody's in a different starting point. I did share yesterday, because it gets people's attention, about my one client that I'm working with right now, who is in her 4th week and lost 30 pounds. Does that mean everybody's going to lose 30 pounds in 4 weeks? No, absolutely not. But my point of sharing that is to show what can be done
That's right.
And to know that different starting points warrant different results. But with her, she started off with so much inflammation, and she's gone from almost 290 to 250 in
Right.
a matter of 4 weeks. A lot of that is inflammation. It's not fat loss. It's not, some of it is,
Right.
but so we all start in a different place. If you only have 30 pounds to lose, you're not going to lose it in 4 weeks. You're going to lose that possibly in 4 weeks if you have 130 pounds to lose,
That's right.
but it makes a difference. You don't want to compare yourself to others. Comparison also creates discouragement, impatience. Oh my goodness, I'm the queen of impatience. And unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
You end up chasing someone else's body instead of caring for your own. Mm-hmm. And that is just not ever going to be beneficial. Some things we also do, and this is we're creatures of our, society and our environment. We get very driven on what number is supposed to be normal, whether that be the number on the scale, whether it be a BMI number. And I can tell you, I've had a bone of contention with BMI for a long time, because all those years I worked in triage, I used to have people walk in and it would flag them as overweight because I had to put in their height and weight, and they would look amazing,
Right.
And it's like, men, it's always very unfair to them. They come in and they clearly, work out in the gym, look very fit, don't have an ounce of body fat that is visible.
Right.
And yet it's telling me that they're overweight. And I'm like, get out of here with that mess. It's crazy. So, and then not only that, y'all, BMI, that is a number that the American Medical Association's come up with. If y'all have ever heard me go off on my rant about the American Academy of Pediatrics, they moved that target for kids and made BMI, a higher BMI, normal, rather than addressing the fact that we have such a problem with childhood obesity now. They just shifted the number and said, okay, we don't have this many that are obese anymore, but they just moved the number. They moved the target. So don't trust that. BMI also doesn't account for muscle mass. It doesn't account for inflammation. It doesn't account for hormonal health. I've seen people healthy on paper who feel awful, and others outside those ranges who are thriving. I've used myself as an example for this a lot of times, and I used to really struggle with this in the comparison killing thing. According to the BMI chart, I need to be 20 pounds lighter. Okay.
Than you are right now?
Yes. When I am that low, which I have been a couple times in my adulthood, I always have somebody telling me, girl, you better go eat a sandwich. I don't look good when I am where the BMI chart tells me I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you look at my blood work, you look at everything else that indicate an indicator of health, my blood pressure, all the other things, and I am like the picture of health.
That's right.
So you just cannot compare yourself to numbers or to society or to other people. It's never good to do that. So I want you to reframe your goal. I want you to look at health first. Ask yourself, do I have energy? That's important. Mm-hmm. Is my body inflamed? If you don't know what that means, if you're having any kind of weird reactions, whether it be skin breakouts, whether it be just feeling puffy, whether it be your rings are tight, whether it be headaches that are chronic or pain that's chronic, then chances are you probably do have some inflammation that you don't realize that's what it is. Ask yourself, am I sleeping well? That's important. Is my metabolism functioning well? If these things are not normal, your response to treatment is not going to be normal. It's going to be different than somebody else's. Weight loss should be a byproduct, not the primary pursuit. I really try to encourage people. It's normal for people to come to me and say, Wendy, I've got 30 pounds to lose. I've got 100 pounds to lose. I've got 80 pounds to lose. And that's fine. I don't discourage that. There's nothing wrong with that. We all get tired of wherever we are in our body and know that we would like to lose weight. But what I always really try and get people to do is to think about their health. I want you to be more focused on your health and then allow your weight to follow. And it will. It absolutely will. So let's talk about the power of consistency. This is key to any of your goals that you're setting. Simple, repeatable habits, clean eating, hydration, movement, protein and fiber balance. Boring works and consistency wins. So, a lot of people think I've got to do some crazy, amazing thing. No, you've got to pick some habits that you're willing to make a daily, consistent thing that is going to be, something that will foster progress. There are no neutral decisions. I have said this so many times. Every choice you make or don't make is either going to lead to a positive result or a negative result.
That's right.
So there are no neutral decisions. Do you need to beat yourself up if you make one that's a negative result? No, you keep going. You'd make the better decision next time. But every single choice you make or choose not to make, it's still a choice, is either positive or negative, nothing neutral. So I don't want you all to be focused on extremes or quick fixes. I want you to think about the things you can do consistently. So
once you get consistent with those, then you can pick new ones to be consistent.
100%. What a great point. And that's exactly what I shared with the community yesterday when I met with them about this. I am in a very different place than somebody else might be. I've been eating clean for 15 years.
Right.
I don't have to think about it. It's not something that I sometimes do, sometimes don't do. No, I just eat clean every day.
I still have to think about exactly what I need to put together.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's all different seasons because that is so normal for me. Hydration, another one. I don't have to think about it. I'm going to get over half my body weight in ounces a day.
I don't have to think about that one anymore. Thank goodness. I've finally gotten consistent.
But what I am not consistent in, just being vulnerable and honest here, is my movement. And especially in this season I've been in with all this shoulder pain and in this healing process, I haven't been able to. So now my goal and what I'm personally working on is daily movement. If that means 10 minutes of Tai Chi walking, if it means I'm getting out and walking around my yard, whatever it is, every day I block off some time for me to do something. As it gets warmer, I'm going to go walking again.
Some days, 15 minutes of walking is all I can prioritize.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's something.
Yes, exactly. It's about.
I think the little something consistently is better than all or nothing.
Absolutely. Well, you think about it. If you are consistently moving 5 or 10 minutes a day, that consistency will build to more. If you consistently decide not to exercise, you're going to go months and realize, oh my gosh, I've done nothing. I've been a potato. You know?
It's like, oh my gosh, I'm only getting 2,500 steps a day. What?
Yeah. So, if you consistently, that had to be, I am an all or nothing girl. Wendy and I both are. It's like, okay, I'm starting a new workout routine. So I'm going to hit 10,000 steps a day. I'm going to go weight lift, 3 to 5 times a week. I'm going to do, all this stuff. Go away with all that noise. You do not need to do that. I did that to myself for so many years. And I go in like gangbusters. I might do amazing for 2 weeks. And then I'm like,
and then burn out because it's not sustainable.
Exactly. So what you want to do is start small, stay consistent, and build from there. I always have, it's me that's working on the movement part right now. It could be clean eating. It could be anything for you. But for me, I live by the move more than before. And that's what I teach people. So my move more than before right now, I can do 5 minutes every day. And that's more than I did last month because of all the stuff I was dealing with. Right. But that move more than before, if you continue every month to evaluate, okay, what did I do last month? Let me boost it a little bit. That is where your consistency will slowly build and will be a big win for you.
Yeah, because if you're doing 15 minutes a day walk consistently, you up it the next month to 20 minutes. Absolutely. That's going to seem like nothing.
Yeah,
but you're going to make huge gains like that.
Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing, because if you listen to like Dr. Mark Hyman or any of the big functional health practitioners, and this is what I always try to teach too, for optimal health, you really want to have a goal, ultimate goal of 210 minutes a week. Some doctors will say more than that. They'll say 300. But my goal is to be back at 210 minutes a week, whether that be one big hike on a Saturday or break it up into 30 minutes a day, throughout the week. But my goal is to be there by the end of the summer. So right now, my goal is 105 minutes a week, which is an average of 15 minutes a day. Right. So that's what I'm working on. So set yourself realistic goals and stay consistent. Yes. Your goal right now might be to get 70 minutes a week in, 10 minutes a day or 35 minutes a week, whatever that is. Yep. But you definitely need to have some consistency. And back on the comparison piece, God did not invent or did not create you. God did not create you. To look like somebody else.
No.
He did not create you to be somebody else. Nope. I know in this day and age, that's a hot button topic. We won't even go there. But I'm just telling you, God created you to be you. So stop comparing yourself to others. Yes. It's more about stewardship over striving. Okay. Yes. It's stewardship of the body that he gave you, not striving to be some other entity. We were not all created to look like Jennifer Aniston or whoever the girl of the decade is right now. For us, when we were younger, it was Jennifer Aniston, but you don't need to be somebody else. You need to be you and be good stewards of the body that God's given you. Also, you need to have gratitude for your body versus frustration with it. Yes. Y'all, that will totally flip your perspective on its head. If you start doing a gratitude journal every day, and if you really struggle with body dysmorphia or, just body image, period, I want you to find something every day to be thankful for with your body. Absolutely. So when you are doing your daily gratitude, journaling that I always recommend people do, pick one about you, about your body. And it's going to feel really uncomfortable at first. It can be anything, but pick something about how you look and about the body that he gave you so that you can learn to be thankful for it. We honor him by caring well for the bodies that we were given. And that's why a lot of people have talked about my series I've been putting out there. And that's a big focus on what I'm talking about, is just recognizing that he gave us these bodies that we are to steward well. And what does that look like?
Mm-hmm. You remember that's my word for the year.
Steward. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And it has definitely come up in almost everything that I'm doing this year.
Right.
Every aspect it has come up.
That's awesome. So progress will look different for everyone. Some will lose weight fast, some will lose it slow, but slow is often more sustainable. I always tell my folks that are losing a whole lot up front, stick with this. Don't get cocky, because you're not going to lose it that fast forever. Right. But also you got to give yourself make sure you understand why you're losing so much right now. It's disease, it's inflammation. You might get to where you're only losing 1 pound a week or half a pound a week, and that's okay because your body is catching up and it's going to be so much more sustainable.
Absolutely.
And also you're not going to look sick. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. A lot of these folks that are on these GLP-1s, one of the reasons I'm so outspoken against it, not just the physical appearance, but people do not look well. They do not look well.
The only ones that I've seen that look well are the ones that are implementing lifestyle changes along with it.
Yes. That absolutely has to happen. If you are not willing to change your lifestyle along with it, it's not going to work well for you.
If you can do that, then you don't need the other.
Right. And maybe you do it first. It's like I have zero. I appreciate it. Wendy and I have said so many times, if these drugs had been around 15 years ago, you can daggone well bet she and I would have been on them.
Absolutely.
It was whatever came out, I was the first in line to try it. Mm-hmm. It's that I know how bad these things are just from the clinical trials alone. So I'm really just trying with all my might to get as many people to try naturally. But you know what? If you feel like you got to start there, at least start there in tandem with lifestyle changes. Otherwise, it is not going to be sustainable for you either. And it's not going to be healthy. Let's see here. Your pace is not your problem. Quitting is. So if you are at a slow pace, embrace it.
That's right.
It's the season you're in. And I mean, just embrace it and don't quit. Stay consistent.
Remember the story of the tortoise and the hare?
Yes. It's so true. It's so true. And so with love, I just want to say, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Be you.
Yes. Focus on your habits this week, not the scale, not comparing yourself to your best friend or your sister or anybody else. Just focus on your habits this week. And, there's ways I can always help you. I'm happy to, if you need help teaming up with somebody who knows how to help get you in that, in the right direction. That's what I do every day, y'all.
Yep.
Happy to help, whether it be in a small capacity, although a lot of our community folks would say it's not a small capacity. I'm very grateful for them.
Huge, in a huge capacity.
Our community is just so supportive, and everybody's just, oh my goodness, I just love it. It is, as I've shared, it's like having a practitioner in your pocket. It is a high value, low cost option to get this kind of support and guidance with me. We're getting ready to start our new thyroid program, a 6-week thyroid program called Aligned that I've built. That starts this Thursday, tomorrow. My goodness. So join the community. And if you want information on that, just reach out to me. I've got a quick link. If I'd planned for it, I would have had a QR code for that too. We'll have that for next time.
It is a great supportive community.
It is
about so much great information and support, and every member in there. Every active member in there is totally supportive.
It's 1,000% what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from the trolls, from the horrible information, from the politics, from the doom and gloom, from all the stuff that you see on social media. I was like, I can't take it anymore. I get on there, I end up spiraling down some, rabbit hole, and it's just such a distraction with all the garbage on social media. So I said, that's it. We're going to move this. It's technically a form of social media, but there's no ads. There's no algorithms you're chasing. There's nothing but people who are like-minded, and they're all there. And I love it.
Everything in there is positive.
Yes. Yeah, very much so. And definitely, if you have anything that you are wanting to work on as far as your thyroid health, this is the time to join. You get your first week free. So if you get in there and you decide that it's not for you,
right,
cancel before you're charged after that week. but I don't think you will. I think you'll love it. Also, I just had an email go out to my email team, to my email community. It's funny. I had scheduled it a couple of weeks ago and forgot that I had it scheduled. It's accurate, except for one thing that came to me last night is that my whole point of trying to get people interested in the reverse aging pathway was to see what was going to work for people. And it's kind of been an evolutionary process. But what I have decided to do is after this week, when it gets on the website, I'm actually replacing our personalized healing pathway, the 16-week personalized healing pathway with this, and it is going to be at the price of the personalized healing pathway. So if you want to save $260 total, which will include a year of our community and a year subscription of the labs. If you want to save $260 off of the coaching piece, you want to join this week because the price is going to go up by $260 next week when it hits the website. Still very reasonable for a year of support. Absolutely. For labs. I've never had that and the labs as part of my program. So it is a very, very comprehensive program. And this is the week to sign up. If you already know and you're thinking, oh, I'll do it eventually, this week it will be $260 cheaper than next week. So make sure you reach out to me if you are interested. I think that's it. Do I have anything else? Let's see here. Yeah. That's what I have, girl. What you got coming this week?
I love it. Well, I'm gonna be busy. I am completely out of calendula balm. I have one more triple herbal ointment left, so it is time to make those again. I have planted a boatload of calendula because I am out. This last batch that I'm going to make, it takes me out of calendula, and I'm like, I can't even believe that.
Oh my goodness.
So I knew that I needed to grow a little bit more than normal. I am harvesting stinging nettle like every 3 days right now. Uh-huh. I'm going to keep doing it because I did run out of that this winter. So obviously I didn't harvest it enough last year. Uh-huh. So I am doing my best to stay consistent and on top of those kinds of things. And just making consistent progress every day with several different things.
Awesome. Let me know if you need some of your calendula back because I still have some dried from you.
It's good. I have enough for what I need, and by the time I need it again, it'll be coming in fresh.
Perfect.
So I am so excited about next week and going to the Seeking Whole Health Conference in Ohio.
Yes.
And doing our next podcast live together.
Yes. I cannot wait. It's going to be an amazing week. We've got at least 10 of us that are going to be together, 8 in the one house, yes. And then Peggy and Linda separate.
Yes.
At least that many, if not more, that maybe I don't realize are coming. So I'm so excited.
It's just so amazing because last year it was just the 2 of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be such a great time. And my babies are going to be there.
Sold out conference.
It is. It's a sold out conference. So when Wendy and I tell you all after the conference, if they announce another VIP special for next year,
jump on it.
Y'all better jump on it. I'm telling you, it is so worth it. And
I already got my money saved for that.
Yes, so worth it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm very looking forward to that. I am deep in the weeds trying to get prepared for it because I've got
I'm much more relaxed because I'm not teaching or speaking.
I've got a 3.5 hour intensive I'm planning for, which is very hands-on. So I've got a lot that I'm preparing for that on Thursday. And then on Friday, I'm speaking for an hour, which that part will be easy. I've already submitted my PowerPoint that I'm using.
Your intensive is going to be great too. All those months that you did monthly meal prep, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The only difference is I have to keep thinking because I'm not going to be in a kitchen. I'm used to teaching people in a kitchen where it's very easy for me to just, go to the stovetop, go to the fridge, I ain't got all that. So I got to really get creative on some things. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be an amazing trip.
Yes, it is.
Trying to get everything straight with Azure Standard. Like I just said, I'm trying to get people signed up for this, for the reverse aging pathway. That is going to be the new personalized healing pathway. It's just so much going on, but all good stuff.
Y'all pray that my appointment goes well tomorrow with my web people.
Yes. And we're praying too. I know you've got a bunch of appointments with Rick coming up over the next couple weeks.
He is, he's not in excruciating pain anymore. Praise God. He still is in pain. It's just not excruciating. So I think we are making progress, but he had a tooth issue come up. So now we're dealing with that. And next week he goes for a bone marrow biopsy. The week after that, it's going to be a PET scan. And they're kind of talking about second transplant time. So after we get those tests done and everything, then we'll find out a little bit more and find out what we need to do and how we need to move forward with all of that. And my friend Michelle started her new aggressive chemo last Thursday. So far, she's taken it well. Friday was a little rough, but she's hanging in there and she's fighting a good fight. So just keep up all the prayers. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. We will keep her in prayers. And Traveling and Saving Chief. I do not know who this is, but appreciate you checking in. Welcome.
Hi.
Saw you live. Figured I'd check you out. Great to have you. Appreciate it. We are just wrapping up. And I just want to remind everybody again who's seeing this, Function Health Lab link. Use that. Get $25 off your brand new subscription to Function Health. You will not be disappointed in the amount of support you get with those Function Labs. So anyway, you guys have an amazing week. We are so excited to see you all next week. Please reach out to me if you are interested in that new program, because when it hits next week on the website, $260 more. So this is the week to get signed up. Oh, cool. Okay. Very nice. Primarily a budgeting channel all about healthy living. Well, great.
Nice.
Welcome. Glad to have you. All right. You guys have an amazing week. We'll see you next week live from Worcester.
Together. That's right. We'll be together next week, y'all.
We love you guys. Live well.